Some love stories don't end. They wait. After all these years, one question still remains. What happens after the fairy tale? Years ago, a simple meeting on a quiet street changed two lives forever. One was a powerful businessman who believed life could be planned and controlled. The other was a free spirit, living day to day, never expecting anything more. Their worlds were never meant to meet, yet destiny had other plans. What started as a deal slowly turned into something real, something honest, something unforgettable. The city of Beverly Hills became a silent witness to their story. Luxury hotels, late-night walks, nervous smiles, and moments that felt too perfect to last. For a brief time, love felt easy. It felt brave. It felt like a dream that refused to fade when morning came. They taught each other how to trust, how to laugh again, and how to believe that people can change. But fairy tales don't tell you what happens after the final kiss. They don't show the quiet mornings, the hard choices, or the fear of losing yourself while holding on to someone else. As time moved forward, life demanded more than love alone. Dreams shifted. Responsibilities grew heavier. And slowly, without anyone noticing, distance found its way between them. Years have passed now. The world has changed, and so have they. Memories remain hidden in old places, familiar songs, and moments that still feel unfinished. Somewhere between what was and what could have been, their story paused, not ended, just waiting. Waiting. For the moment when the past and present collide once again, because some love stories are not meant to fade. They are meant to return. Life didn't stop after the dream ended. It moved forward, quietly and without asking for permission. The world kept turning, and both of them learned how to live without the magic they once shared. Success came, but it felt different now. It felt heavier. The smiles were still there, but something was missing behind them. He built an empire, made powerful choices, and stood in rooms filled with people, yet often felt alone. Nights grew longer. Silence replaced the laughter he once knew. Every big decision reminded him that winning in business doesn't always mean winning in life. The woman who once saw him beyond money and status was no longer by his side, and that absence spoke louder than any applause. She chose her own path. She grew stronger, wiser, and more independent. Life taught her lessons that love alone could not. She learned how to protect her heart, how to stand on her own, and how to stop waiting for someone to come and save her. But even with all that, strength, memories followed her in small moments, in unexpected places, in feelings she could never fully explain. Time changed them, but it never erased what they shared. Old wounds stayed quiet, not healed. Questions remained unanswered. What if things had been different? What if they had tried harder? What if love deserved one more chance? These thoughts lived in the background, never spoken, but never forgotten. They both learned the same truth in different ways. Love is easy in dreams, but real life asks for courage. It asks for sacrifice. And sometimes it asks you to let go even when your heart isn't ready. The fairy tale ended long ago, but its shadow still followed them, waiting for the moment when fate might bring them face to face again, because when love is real, it never truly leaves. Some meetings are planned. Others happen when you least expect them, a familiar place, a familiar feeling. And suddenly the past is no longer a memory. It is standing right in front of you. Time slows down, words disappear, and the heart remembers everything at once. Years of silence sit between them, every unspoken sentence, every moment they imagined but never lived. They look at each other and realize how much has changed, and how much has stayed exactly the same. The connection feels different now. Deeper, more careful, less like a dream, more like a choice. There's no rush this time. No fairy tale promise. Just two people trying to understand who they have become. Conversations are quiet, honest, and sometimes uncomfortable. They speak about life, about mistakes, about the paths they chose when love wasn't enough. Each word carries weight. Each pause says more than words ever could. Old emotions rise slowly, not loud, not dramatic, but real. Love no longer feels simple. It feels fragile, like something that must be handled with care. They are older now, wiser, and afraid in ways they never were before, afraid of hurting each other again, afraid of hoping too much. Yet fate doesn't bring people together for no reason. Every shared glance feels like a question. Every smile feels like a memory returning home. The past doesn't ask for forgiveness, it asks for honesty. And in that honesty, something new begins to form. Not the love they once had, but the love they might be ready for now, because sometimes love waits until you are strong enough to choose it again. Every love story reaches a moment where the heart must decide. Not based on dreams, not on memories, but on truth. This is that moment. The past has been faced. The present stands clear. And the future waits quietly, asking one simple question: is love still worth the risk? They stand at a crossroads shaped by time. No promises come easy now. They know love is not just feelings. It is effort, patience, and forgiveness. They know it can hurt. They know it can fail. But they also know what life feels like without it. Empty successes. Quiet victories. Nights filled with what if. This time, love doesn't arrive with grand gestures or dramatic words. It comes softly, through understanding. Through choosing to listen instead of walking away. Through staying when leaving feels safer. They don't try to fix the past. They accept it. Every mistake, every goodbye, every missed moment led them. Here, the question is no longer about who they were. It is about who they are now. Two people shaped by loss, growth, and truth. Strong enough to walk alone, but brave enough to walk together. Love no longer promises perfection. It promises honesty. It promises effort. It promises to try. As the moment closes in, everything becomes quiet. No music, no noise. Just the heartbeat of a story waiting to be written again. Because second chances don't come wrapped in fairy tales. They come as choices, hard, real, and deeply human. And sometimes the greatest love story is the one that begins again.